Welcome to this creative session, where I am going to walk you through exactly how I transformed basic materials into a stunning, professional-looking Dreamcatcher that can also double as a whimsical wand or a beautiful window decoration. Many people think that to make something look high-end, you need to spend a lot of money on specialized craft store rings or expensive kits. But the truth is that some of the best art comes from looking at what you already have in a new light. Today, we are using that corrugated cardboard you might find in a shipping box. It is absolutely perfect because it is sturdy enough to hold the tension of the inner weaving but light, enough to hang anywhere without pulling on its mounting. Let us start with the foundation. To create a base that looks intentional and clean rather than homemade, we focus on the geometry. I began by finding a bowl or a large roll of tape that measured exactly 10 centimeters across. Tracing this onto the cardboard gives you a perfect outer circle. For the inner part, I used a smaller glass or a lid to trace a 7-centimeter circle right in the middle. This leaves you with a ring that is 1.5 centimeters wide, which is the perfect thickness to support the wool wrapping. If you want a really crisp edge, skip the scissors. A sharp utility knife or a craft blade is the secret here because it cuts through the layers of the cardboard without crushing the internal ribs. This keeps the ring flat and strong. If your cardboard feels a bit thin, here is a professional trick. Cut 2 identical rings and glue them together. This adds depth and makes the final product look much more substantial and expensive once it is covered. Now we move on to the wrapping. This is where the magic happens. The texture of the corrugated cardboard is actually an advantage because wool and yarn grip it beautifully. I took a soft wool in a creamy, natural tone to give it that high-end, organic feel. You only need a tiny bit of glue at the very beginning to anchor your thread. As you wrap, the key is to keep the loops side by side with no overlapping and no gaps. Because cardboard can sometimes be slippery, you can make tiny, shallow snips about 2 millimeters deep into the edge of the ring before you start. These little notches act as anchors for your string and keep everything perfectly in place. Once you have gone all the way around, glue the end down securely. Your cardboard ring has now been completely transformed into a soft, luxurious-looking frame. The weaving of the web is usually the part that intimidates people, but I have found a way to make it fast and easy. I used a fine embroidery floss in a contrasting color. Start by tying the string to the top and then loop it around the hoop every 2 centimeters, tucking the string back through the loop you just made. This creates a series of hitches. For the second row, you simply weave into the center of the loops from the first row. As you pull the string